Hi guys, welcome to my video. This is a sped up watercolor painting of Snow White, which is my second least favorite Disney princess. I love watching videos of people painting and describing their process. I guess I wanted to give that a try myself. So sit back, maybe grab a snack or take out some paints and paint along with me and enjoy. In terms of materials, I'm using the Canson watercolor paper. I think it's 9 by 12 and it's pretty basic and really affordable, but I am not a fan of this paper at all because the watercolor dries kind of funny on it, like not how you'd expect it to. You'll kind of see it later in the video maybe, but I did struggle a bit with it. Just trying to get it to work. In terms of learning or practicing, it's like perfectly suitable for that kind of purpose. I'm using Mungyo watercolor paints. They come in a pan set. I have the 12 pan set and I really like these. They're professional grade, I believe. That's what it says on the box, at least. Yeah, they're just super convenient and I love all the colors. In terms of paintbrushes, I have a miscellaneous collection of really sad looking paintbrushes. They're from Michael's, you know, the bulk pack that comes in a bunch of sizes. Some random acrylic brushes that I've collected over the years that are a hot mess. And just some older watercolor brushes. Excuse the look of my brushes, they have been through some life experiences. I didn't take good care of them and you can kind of see that. So on Instagram, I remember someone describing the stage of their painting where their portrait just looks like Lord Voldemort. Like everything just looks like it's going wrong and it's kind of funky looking and you just kind of push through that stage. So this is my Voldemort stage. I think she's looking kind of gnarly right now. I'm just putting on colors where I can and trying to layer to the best of my ability, but it's looking a little funky. But as with all portraits, once you get past the Voldemort stage, something just ties it all together and it looks great. But you do have to sort of get through this hurdle, which is where I'm at right now. Right now, she is looking a little bit crazy, but bear with me. I will get past this. It's just that when you're doing the first sort of like washes of colors, nothing is defined, so it's a little weird looking. You can't really tell where the depths of the face are, so it just kind of looks flat and splotchy and kind of funny, but once we pull those parts of the faces out, it'll look a little bit better. Maybe you can kind of see here, but on her face, I just have these weird patches of paint where it didn't dry smoothly at all. You can see the line, like a dark line between different layers, and I don't know how to fix that. I think it's a property of the paper because I don't really have that issue with other paper. Yeah, just have to find a way to work through it. So this is my favorite part, which is the pencil crayon part. I like to add in pinks and dark reds, maroony colors for shadows and outlines, and blush. So here I'm just kind of going over the darker areas, filling in the cheeks and like the chin, in between the nose and the cheeks, that kind of area, and also adding in some blush. It just really starts to pull things in together. It adds the depth that I was kind of needing and helps hide the weird sort of patches between colors that the watercolor left. And I'm just sort of adding that all over where I think there might be some darker tones or where I might want to warm them up a little bit. Snow White is my second least favorite Disney princess of all of them. I think the worst is Aurora from Sleeping Beauty. I just don't like their stories whatsoever. But I love the design of Snow White with her pale skin and dark hair. So I love drawing her, even though I don't like her story that much. My pencil crayons are a mix of the Faber-Castell polychromos. I have maybe a handful of those pencil crayons because they're pretty expensive, but they're so nice and they blend really nicely if you're the type of person that likes to blend. And the colors are just like so beautiful. I'm using this dark reddish color to outline my picture, and I just love the way it looks. Some other pencil crayons include the Prismacolor. I don't know what they're called, the ones that everybody uses. These are great too, although I have a problem with getting these to sharpen without breaking, and it's quite frustrating because you're spending so much money on pencil crayons, but if they just continuously break, you don't even get to use them before they're all gone. Yeah, if anyone has any solutions for sharpening the Prismacolors, please, please let me know. I think about this part is where I'm getting over the Voldemort part of the portrait. You just have to have faith that you'll pull through and the final result will just, work out. And at some point, you'll just do that one thing where it starts to look okay. I think for me, when I do portraits, it's when I start outlining the eyes. That's when it starts to look a little less weird. Now I'm going in with my black pencil crayon to outline the hair. I do hair in lots of different ways, but this is one of my favorites where you just kind of put a wash of color and then you go in and add these like lines to show that there are different layers and different depths of the hair without having to actually draw a bunch of individual strands because I'm very lazy and I don't like to do that. And one of my favorite things to do is adding these little hair wispies that kind of fall out of the hair. I just think they're so delicate, and it just makes the hair look a little bit less of a one solid piece. It just kind of, it gives it a little bit more life, a little bit more movement, and I love adding those in. Now I'm just darkening up the bow again with the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencil crayon. Just adding some outlinings and a little bit of cross-hatchy shading. That's my favorite way to add shadows because I don't like to blend. I'm not very good at it. I don't really like the way it looks. I prefer to just kind of do these diagonal strokes in different directions just to add a little bit of different levels in darkness. And now I'm adding in some eyelashes. Yeah, I just love adding the eyelashes. I think that's my favorite part when I'm drawing portraits. It just makes the eyes come to life. Eyebrows, though, are a different story. I struggle a lot with eyebrows. I would say that's my fault because I don't take the time to learn. I'm sure I could just look up some YouTube videos and practice some eyebrows, but in the meantime, I just kind of go for it and hope that it turns out okay. So I think these ones are alright. They're a little asymmetrical, but they're okay. I'm happy with them. Now I'm just adding the hair wispies and the hair outlines to the other side. And again, I just love the way the hair wispies kind of look. It makes it so delicate and it frames the face. I think in reality, this painting took about 4 or 5 hours. I think it mostly just attributes to how long it takes for watercolors to dry. If I weren't to use watercolors for example, use Copics or some fast drying medium, then it would probably take fewer hours to do. But do love adding that sort of soft layer underneath using watercolor. It makes it really soft and delicate.
So at this point, I'm feeling pretty happy with how this is looking. And so now I'm adding in some highlights. We're using the Posca marker. I like to do the waterline if I can fit the marker in there, the little cheek highlight, a little nose highlight. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of my art, please do check out my Instagram. I post pretty often. And yeah, thanks, and see you next time. Bye.